Hello and welcome back to my Media Museum with part 2 of our 45 RPM vinyl records picture sleeves. Actually, this is the third batch, but this is the second video of the third batch. And we're starting off with Night Ranger, When You Close Your Eyes. Yeah, great song, great band. Really loved Night Ranger. The first 2 or 3 albums were especially good. And yeah, nice to have a 45 that's not Sister Christian. I like Sister Christian just fine, but boy, they pretty much wore that out. But guess what? That's the B-side. So I didn't really escape Sister Christian after all. But yeah, they had so much better songs than Sister Christian. They really did. When You Close Your Eyes, in my opinion, being one of them. And oh look, no, I got that all wrong. It says that on the back sleeve, it says featuring You Can Still Rock in America and Sister Christian. That's just some extra tracks that were off of that album, Midnight Madness. So the B-side of this is Why Does Love Have to Change? Okay, cool. So we don't have Sister Christian. I do have Sister Christian on a 45, and that's another reason why it would have been slightly disappointing to see it as a B-side on this single. I'd much rather have Why Does Love Have to Change off of Midnight Madness being the B-side and When You Close Your Eyes than having them reused the song Sister Christian. So, all right, next up we've got Loverboy. I know there's some people got some mixed emotions about Loverboy. Their first 2 albums were great. I remember seeing or hearing a radio interview with the band at the time that they were really hot. I was going down to see them at Texas Jam that year. And Hot Girls in Love is a really great song, by the way. But yeah, they were talking about how, they really preferred country and western music, and they just played rock and roll because that's what sold. And it's like, you guys just labeled yourselves as sellouts right there. The minute me and my friends heard that on the radio, our opinions of Loverboy plummeted right then and there. So that was not a smart move on their part. And who knows whether or not it led to them, having a shortened career, because really the first 2 albums were the only really great Loverboy albums. The third one started dropping off, and from there, I don't even know what happened to them. But Hot Girls in Love is a great song off of Keep It Up. And they had Working for the Weekend, and they had a lot of really great songs. Take Me to the Top was one that I particularly liked a lot. The B-side here being a song called Meltdown, which I don't remember as well, but it says it's also from Keep It Up. So there's no special, extra special material here. But yeah, saw them at the Texas Jam, and I remember they were pretty decent live. That's the only time I ever saw them. All right, now ZZ Top doing Legs once more. I have seen this before. Not sure if we had a different picture sleeve of this, or if it was just I had a copy of it not in a picture sleeve. But that's a really cool picture sleeve there, other than the back being kind of weak with just some solid printing. Missed opportunity. They could have gave us some more cool artwork, another good shot of the car or something, but they didn't. All right, so here we've got the A-side label with Legs, and flipping it over, we've got the B-side with Bad Girl, which was also a really good song off that Eliminator album, which was a really great album. Some people said that's when they went really commercial, and I don't think so. I think they were just really polished up at that time. They were getting a little more rock and a little less blues, and their fan base was definitely the blues rock and roll. So a lot of bands, they get a following, and then they get that breakout album, and it gets criticized as being sellout. I even remember the Black Album being called a sellout album from Metallica, and heck no, that was an awesome album. That Metallica did a really fine job there. Now, moving on to Dire Straits, Money for Nothing. I do know that I've got a different picture sleeve for this one. This one's kind of ugly. Nothing really particularly great, but it is cool that it kind of lists the tour dates here on the back. If you can make them out, it would have been nice if they would have printed it a little bit better. But if you live in any of these towns and those dates and you saw the band, then maybe you remember going to the show on those dates. But yeah, this artwork there is not really particularly impressive to me. And I've got a picture sleeve, I believe, with the guy from the video, the blocky guy, on it. I think I already filmed that previously, or maybe it's in the A to Z box, but I do remember seeing that, so I'm pretty positive that exists out there. So here's the Money for Nothing A-side label with the long edit. So that does make this a little bit special, a little bit different. It's not just the album version. It is a long edited 45 single version. And the B-side, Love Over Gold Live. So here you go. Here's a 45 that was worth your money. This was something to have, something to get your hands on. It's got an exclusive track. Always glad to see those. Always happy to have that. It really is kind of what makes collecting 45s awesome, is when you get those specials like that. And talking to specials, here's 38 Special, Caught Up in You. One of their really, really good tracks in my opinion. I loved 38 Special. I thought they were a great band. They did a lot of really, really good albums. And I'm only missing one of them, and that's Special Delivery. Haven't managed to get my hands on that on CD yet. I think I do have the LP still, but I never did get the CD. And it's kind of, I know this because recently I was trying to track it down, and it was recently re-released, but it's a little on the pricey side, so I haven't picked it up yet. I'm pretty quick to drop $5 or $10 on a release, but a little hesitant to spend more than that, and call me cheap. But I've got so much stuff I really can't justify buying anymore anyways. So here we got Caught Up on You on the A-side label here, and what a beautiful mint disc that is. Looks like the day they pressed it. And the B-side being Firestarter. So yeah, glad to have that in the 45s collection there. And moving on, we've got Boston doing Amanda, which did well for them. That was their, finally coming back album, Third Stage. Kind of plain, but it's got a cool, different Boston logo there, kind of shaped like the spaceship, that. And then they gave you the lyrics on the back, which that's nice to have. Yeah, you can look lyrics up online all day long now that we've got the internet, but back at the time that this came out, the internet wasn't quite so well known, or so, well, not such well known, but it wasn't as part of our daily lives, let's say, as it is today. So, showing you the A-side here. I really loved the first Boston album. The second Boston album was good, but sounded a whole lot like the first one, so it didn't, offer a whole lot of new. And the B-side here of this being My Destination, which was a decent song. The Third Stage album didn't impress me so much, and there was so much time between them. It was just, you expected a lot better material than what you got. And this one is also off of that same album, Boston. Can't You Say You Believe in Me? But that's a pretty cool shot of the ship there. And I actually like this song a whole lot better than Amanda. And again, they saw fit to give us the lyrics, which, like I said, back in the day, it was really cool for you to get a, and somebody wrote their name on there. That's not part of the original artwork. Whoever owned this originally tagged it, which, that is very common on 45s. But boy, they really went crazy on it here. They tagged the sleeve and the label. They didn't want nobody stealing either one of theirs. So, Can't You Say You Believe in Me? Still in Love, being a subtitle of that. And the B-side being Cool the Engines. So if I remember right, Cool the Engines was kind of like the foreplay long time thing, where it's long instrumental section. Or I think the whole thing's instrumental, to tell you the truth. But alright, moving on. We got Scandal featuring Patti Smith and The Warrior. The Warrior and Goodbye to You. Goodbye to You. Wish I had that one on 45. I'm not sure if I do or not, but it's not on this one. This is The Warrior with less than half on the back. Kind of some strange artwork there with the reflection having some like weird 80s makeup. Looks kind of David Bowie-ish actually to me. Yeah. But here we've got the label to show you here. The Warrior, and I think she only did one album with Scandal, maybe two, but just remember those two songs really, Goodbye to You and The Warrior, being the two great songs that she did with them. Alright, so moving on. Yeah, we've got a couple of Van Halens here, which I do believe are repeats. I think I had these in the previous box. We've got Panama, but loving Van Halen. Sad that Eddie's gone, but you know, it's all in our own time. So let's try to get the other Van Halen in here in this episode too, just to clear it off. And it's I'll Wait, which is also again another repeat from previous picture sleeves, but they were here in the box. I wanted to go ahead and show them. I'll give you a real quick shot of the 45 labels. Drop Dead Legs being the B-side of Panama, just because, you know, you might not want to take time to go back and find the previous video. And then there's the I Wait, which got a little cut off there, and Girl Gone Bad was the B-side on that. So there's part 2 for you. Come on back for part 3. We're going to have plenty more to show you.